Hey guys, Marty Boots here. Today I just want to talk about the possibility that the bull market is not here and this is just a retrace bounce in the bear market and the potential of going to new lows. Now I'm not saying that this is going to happen, I'm not spreading FUD. I am just going to do a little bit of analysis on it just to gauge some thoughts and see where this dip could take us if the worst case scenario does play out. So first off, I'm just going to play a video from back in April that I made. This is overstock back in 2010. You can see we had an 80% drop in the bear market. So as price came down, we had this bottoming period, and honestly, this little bit similar to Bitcoin, but I mean the drop in Bitcoin was a bit steeper to start with, but once price got above moving averages, it was just off to the races. You can see here a 360% move in the stock market is a substantial, huge move. So you can see here there was never a pullback, and this is what we got to be worried about in Bitcoin right now, because there is the chance. You look at this. There is the chance that maybe we just have a little bit of a retest in moving averages, and this just keeps going. You cannot discredit it. It is a possibility. So, and you can see here, it's similar to Bitcoin here, and we're still riding the 9 EMA and touching the green 20 EMA. So you can see that we're still riding the green EMA. There's no reason why, as these prices, moving averages push higher, this could just trend and trend and trend and trend higher. And before we know it, I lost the chart now. And before we know it, it's trended and trended and trended and trended. And when it does this, if it trends for so long and the moving averages have a base, there's normally a spike in price. And this is what we need. We need to be in well before this. And this is why I'm saying possibly buying right now is very important in Bitcoin, because it might just do this grind and fake people out. Everybody thinks it's going to drop because the RSI is extended, because the MACDs have crossed to the downside, because all them indicators don't matter. The indicators are bullshit in the easiest way of putting it. In a trend like this, they do not matter because they're going to give so many fake signals. It's not going to matter. Price action dictates everything, and the price action is strong. It's above all moving averages, and it's trending higher to the upside. So don't get faked out by these all these indicators and stuff. Price action is king. So it's very possible that this situation is going to repeat in Bitcoin, in my opinion, and it's just going to be a little sideways and little moves higher and faffing about. But then all of a sudden, after a while, this is actually accumulation. An accumulation to the upside, obviously, and it is going to explode if this happens. And when you get that, you're starting to get too late again. We've already missed the big explosion from 4,200, so we definitely don't want to be missing the next one. I'll just continue here. The video is going to be long, but guys, it's very important to get deep into these. Okay, guys. That is just a starting video showing what happens when price gets above all moving averages on the daily chart. And we can see, Bitcoin did do that, and it ended up skyrocketing. It done exactly what we were just talking about there in the video. We all know that when price got above these moving averages, it just trended. Accumulation happened and we exploded to the upside. So what I talked about there in the video happened. But now that we have got this substantial move higher, what is the likely outcome? So I want to just talk about this scenario right here now after that this happened. And this is overstock back in the 2000s, or I forget the year now actually. But what happened was that we got up and we were so far away from the moving averages that price collapsed lower, and we ended up trending lower to new lows before price was able to start making them moves again. And Overstock ended up going to $100 at least in time, but this was just the fake out in the bull market, in a bear market. Now, what I want to show you here, it's just taking a little bit of a analysis here, and I want to show you a very short clip again, just to get your head around this. Okay, what is this 12-month chart or candle? What is that candle, guys? It's the exact same candle as I've explained. This is a week candle. This is a yearly chart. This is from back in February. On the yearly basis, we need to go down to new lows on Litecoin. And Litecoin lows, well, it's down here $20. There's 27 this year. 24. I think the low was $23 from memory. $22. Now this candle, this tells us that the low is not in a Litecoin. Now, can we bounce here? You know, this is a yearly chart, bear in mind. So when I look at these yearly charts, it kind of scares me, to be honest, because we could bounce about for 3 years here. You know, we could bounce about in here somewhere for 3 years and then come down and do it. Not down to zero, but I mean, even just down and pierce them lows. Now that is a concern of mine, and I don't know how well that's going to play out. I mean, I hope it's not. I hope it's this year. I hope we come down, take out the lows this year, and have a failed breakdown, and then move higher. That is my optimal solution for this bear market. Again, this is Ether. Okay, guys, so that was just talking about Litecoin, and it was basically saying that this yearly candle here, it's a bearish candle, and what it tells us is that this bearish candle price should, now nothing is 100% certain, price should come down and take out these lows at some point. Now, what I want to show you here is, you can see here exactly where we went to on the candle. We pierced the 38% retrace, and technically that is still a bearish setup on the yearly chart, because it's a weak move on a yearly basis. It is saying that the possibility is still there to go to new lows, to take this candle out. So we have to consider that. Now, if I bring you down here to a weekly chart, I know it looks a bit of a mess here, yeah, but just bear with me and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So you can see here, there is the fib. There is the fib. I could probably do away with this line here. I just had that in some of my analysis. So this is the 32%, 38% retrace, and we pierced that, and now we're getting that pullback, and we pulled right back into the 23% retrace, just right here. So, you know, that there is the scenario that we could push higher now and move up into the 161%, which is $160 on Litecoin. Now that is the bullish scenario right now on Litecoin. That's the bullish scenario, which is exactly lines up with the 50% yearly fib. Now that is a big possibility. That is a big possibility. So I'm not here to spread FUD and saying we're going to new lows. This is putting in a bottom here right now, and it potentially can go to the 161 retrace, which coincides exactly with the 50% retrace at $160. Now that is the bullish sentiment, argument, whatever you want to call it. Now I want to take you down here, and I want to go to the daily chart, and I just want to show you something, and I want to show you what a max move does. A max move of this drop, this is the bearish argument. A max move of this drop from here if we form a bearish pattern, like a bear flag here, and you can see that this is a max move here from here. This is a 1-to-1 ratio move from the highs to the lows. And if we extend that out down here, this is where price should take us. So it's not down to new lows here, but the max move would take us back to $35. Now that is the bearish scenario. I showed you the bullish scenario a minute ago, so I am open to both here. And at the moment, until these lows get taken out, I mean, the scenario is bullish and saying that we can potentially go to 160. But we need to see if this is going to base here in a bearish manner, and is this the first leg down, or is this the full retrace? So we need to figure that out. So that is the bullish and bearish argument there on Litecoin, and we just need to see how that plays out. Now, what I want to show you here on Litecoin, on Ether, I've got a video here on Ether as well, but this talks about as well. Okay, I'm not gonna play that, but I'll just, because the video is going to take too long. But basically, on these 6-month charts on Ether, this is a bearish candle. This big red candle is bearish. Sorry, let me rephrase that. It's not bearish. This candle is more of a continuation candle. And what it is saying is that if you look, we did not take out the lows of the big red candle. So there is the possibility that this is a bearish setup, and this is a bearish continuation pattern to the downside. Remember, these are six month charts. I can't talk today. And this could potentially be a bearish setup because of this bearish 6-month candles. Now, if I take you down here to the weekly chart, you know, I drew this very roughly, of course. But you can see it is almost slightly a bearish manner, you know. And I'm not here spreading FUD. I just want to analyze, you know, the potential of what could actually happen. I am open to the bullish and bearish argument. You can see, you know, we did get that retest. I called for $350 Ether back in February, I think it was, and we ended up getting that. You know, we basically touched 355 or whatever that was, and 360, and then we're getting that drop. So, according to the 6-month charts, there is the potential for this to roll over and take out these lows. Now, at the moment, I don't really have a price target on this, because it's not as easy to gauge. I would need to look into it more, but you know, if you take that extension from a 1-to-1, it takes you down to 0. So the extension does not line up. So there's a potential that the theory on that does not work. Now, you could actually use a percentage basis. Just let me show you here. And the video is getting very long here. So you could actually use a percentage basis. So that is saying it fell 84%. So you could use that and take your percentage basis. Sorry guys, I don't know what happened there. Too many charts open here now. Sorry guys, it's not grabbing that at all. Oh my god, what is going on here? Sorry guys, this is just, Bitcoin must be moving pretty hard or something, because my charts have slowed right up. Okay, so if that was an 84% drop, you can see there that it almost lines up perfectly, percentage wise, that would pierce the lows and stop hunt everybody here. So in theory, that does work, and it works out on a percentage basis almost perfectly, which would take us down to the $50 mark on Ether. Again, I'm not spreading FUD. I am just pointing things out that we need to be aware of. Now, Bitcoin is different. See, the thing, the structure on Bitcoin is different. I mean, if I take you to a 6-month chart or even a yearly chart, it looks a lot better. You know, this does look a lot stronger, and it just looks like that the bottom is actually in now. Now there is the potential, that it is not. Maybe the thing is, this is a bearish candle. You've got a big wick on top, and you closed on the lows. So it also gives the slight indication that the lows are not in, and this is why when we hit 3,200 or whatever it was at the bear market bottom, it is the reason why I thought that Bitcoin should go a little bit lower and take out this low, and to do with the fibs and everything else. But I thought that we should just pierce these lows, which is about 3,000, and that would have given it a healthy price action for it to possibly go higher safely. Now, because we've not done that, we have retraced here, and it leaves the door slightly open that the bear market bottom is not in. So, and I'm not spreading FUD here. We need to see how this goes. We need to see how it plays out. I'm still fairly bullish as long as these lows, recent lows, can hold. There is nothing majorly wrong, but we need to be open to it. Now, Bitcoin is still in a corrective phase, and we have gaps at 7,200 and stuff like that. So if we start getting down there, that's a 50% drop. So technically the trend would still be healthy, and we'd still be above the 100 moving average, 100 weekly moving average. So we really need to see how this plays out. But I just wanted to bring it to your attention that as bullish as everybody is, it's always good to consider both sides of the coin. So that's it, guys. That's just a quick analysis on the broader markets at the moment, giving you bullish and bearish arguments. This can easily drop down here and then push up to new highs. So we need to see how this plays out. We're in choppy mode at the moment on Bitcoin, and I foresee that playing out at least until the end of the month. That'll be another 2 weeks. I don't expect huge moves. I mean, we can chop to the downside, we can chop to the upside. I think it'll be a bit of a mess for a while. But yeah, that's it, guys. So just take that into account when people get overly bullish or overly bearish. It's good to look at everything. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe to the channel. We also have a Discord group, and if you'd like a 3-day free trial to join us in there, we're very active in there every single day. We have lots of different alert channels, and we have really good traders and investors in there making a killing in this market every day. So if you'd like to join us in there, please hit us up in the link below in the description. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.